How many dudes do you know that flow like this? How many dudes do you know that rock a show like this?
Yeah.
Rock a show like this?
Like this.
Not many, if any.
Yes, to be honest with you, Scribe, I really don't know many dudes. Because I'm a woman and I'm scared of men because I've only experienced violence with them.
You know how songs used to have the fade out at the end?
Oh, yeah.
What they need is like a fade out of a really terrible song and then a fade back in.
What if this is straight up a song that like keeps on fading in and out like that? And it's just like some mid-range hip-hop song from 2005. And that's like the whole idea. It kind of keeps on fading in and out.
Do you remember that era we went through where songs just faded in and out? That was like the big things that songs were doing at the time.
And now they're only getting fades and coming out of the closet. They're the only artists we can listen to.
Wait, where are you? You know...
Oh, I'm not. Am
Is
I
your
coming
mic
on?
on?
Let me turn it down.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Wait, am I coming through now?
Oh, there we go.
Mate, don't be daft. I don't really know what went on there. Did you pick up all my funny comedy earlier?
Yeah, mate, we got it.
Mate, yeah, I was talking about, like, remember, our MCs used to come out of the closet and stuff like that.
What about a device that makes people that like men and women, makes both their voices louder? It's called a microphone.
I don't really understand that.
What about one?
What about a microphone and it's just really tiny? It's like a really tiny phone.
Microphone.
And everyone used to like try to sing in it. It's like, yeah, I don't understand how this works. It's not making me any louder. It's just a really small phone.
What about a psychrophone? And like you go to talk into it and you're like, oh, I can't hear my voice. And like, you got to turn it on. And then you turn it on and they're like, all right, now talk now. You talk into it and they're like, psych.
What about a microphone but it's with a K and it's
No. No, we won't imagine that. We're not going to imagine that.
What about a microphone and it's...
What about one that can only be used by lesbians? No, we're not. No, we're not going to imagine that.
I like that one. I do like that one as well. But I'm dying. Crow. Got a phone. What's a microphone? What's the deal with that?
What's the deal with the microphone?
You know what? What's the microphone? What's the deal with that?
What's the deal with
Hey guys, you know the microphones I'm using right now? What's the deal with this? What even is this thing? None of you can tell me.
Joe Rogan?
I don't even know. I want to start off a set like that.
That's Joe Rogan's bit.
Is it? Oh, it is.
Oh no.
I was thinking why I wasn't getting any laughs. Oh, what? Is he taking shots at Joe Rogan?
Oh,
Yes. Oh, yes, he is.
Imagine taking like the straight man angle to a new thing. Just anyone tries to do any bit on the show and he's like, no. No, he's not taking shots at Joe Rogan.
No.
So what's the deal with Lil Nas X?
No. Yeah, so I was with my girlfriend out last night and we were getting lunch and no. Like, I haven't even said anything.
I just wanted to thank our no.
No.
Oh yeah, so just before the show we had a look at the numbers. Pretty good numbers. Pretty juicy numbers.
Pretty juicy numbers were going on. We got 14,000 listeners in Alaska.
looking at the listeners in the United States, and like there's this big area just to the west of Canada, and I was like, that's Alaska.
And I said, no, that's New York.
Oh, God damn it.
Wait a second. Is it the west of Canada?
That's Canada. That's Alaska.
Where's New York then? How about you explain that to me
before
we start going?
Right over here.
Right on the other side.
Oh, and we got a fair few listeners in New York. But you know what?
So let's do a New York accent.
You guys are all new dorks.
New dorks. Huh? How about you start listening to that? New York, it's full of a certain type of people. I think they should call it something else. There's a joke there somewhere.
Yeah, what's the go with Lil Nas X? Seriously, you keeping up to what's going on with him?
Yeah, I listened to the music video.
Was it good?
I think he's like he's mocking, not even mocking, no, not mocking. He's kind of playing out like being penetrated by some character.
What?
Yeah, and he's like kissing dudes on the lips. And I don't like it.
That's why it's blown up. Because he's kissing dudes on the lips and getting
think so.
penetrated.
It's not even a song. It's just like
It's just a music video of him getting penetrated
yeah.
and kissing dudes on the lips.
like in really grainy quality. And you can't even really tell if it's him or not. We can put it on.
Are you being for real?
Have you had to see the new Scribe music video?
He's
him with like a
penetrating Lil Nas X.
It's him with like a oversized white tee and a New York baseball hat.
How can
And
we
he's like
do
rapping in the streets.
Is there a way that we can listen to this?
And he's like in an alleyway.
Is this it?
Yeah, this is it.
If he doesn't get penetrated, I'm going to be so upset.
I know. I think we're all going to be pretty upset.
Wow, this looks fantastic though.
Is it more like Lil Nas Triple X? Because I don't think this is pretty appropriate for my daughter to be watching.
Why is this freaking people out?
Because he's a black guy on television. I don't really... I'm not really cool with this. Are you kidding me?
Oh, is he...
Why is he wearing a... He's wearing a pink wig.
Do you literally know why it's...
Because again, we started this episode off with hip hop. Do you know what I mean? Like, is this hip hop? Why isn't Scribe having? Why doesn't Scribe have 29 million views on his song? Not
Is he
many
getting
from
penetrated?
2005.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, he's just doing like homoerotic stuff with like a
Yeah.
Satan type character.
And I don't like it.
I don't know. He's just
How about
doing...
can we quickly put on Scribe again? I need to kind of get that out of my mind. I'm sorry. Can we please put Scribe back on? Oh, thank goodness. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
How many dudes know that I'm gay? How many dudes know that I'm gay?
Not many, if any.
Not
I'm in
many.
the closet, hide myself, wear oversized tees, and I don't even know.
More like bribe. he's just
Bribing all his friends to not tell anyone that he's gay. He's like, how many dudes you know? Not many, huh?
What about Scribe? He just cries because no one appreciates the fact that
He's really making good music. And that's a good music video. I miss the music videos where it's just a guy being still. Still on a screen in a prison, what it looks like.
What, you think I want to see dudes move around? Hell nah. Only like chicks doing that. Only like Christian chicks doing that.
Like my
of an
Christian
appropriate
wife
age.
doing that when it's time for us to make children. That's the only time I like to see women move around. That's the only time.
Who's that now?
Yo?
I said goodbye.
Anyway, more Scribe for us. He's missing out on some Scribe. Yeah.
All right, what else we got
Look
here?
up Scribe. What are we looking up? Scribe.
Scribe. What's the
Scribe.
song called? Not many.
No, it's called Not Many. Scribe stand up. And he's like, how many dudes you know? Roll like this.
First things first. How many dudes you know like this?
Yes. No one knows the song? Alright then, more song for me.
Where's it? I want the
I like how all his
instrumental.
music videos are just like a still
What
image.
is- what is this song? It is called Not Many. Why
called
can't I
Not
find
Many.
an instrumental for this?
Oh, you want to do a freestyle, do it. Oh, there it is. Scribe 2001.
Where?
Oh, 2001 instrumental. I think he already...
Wait, give me a try. How many dudes you know like this?
How many dudes you know fall like this?
Not many.
Not many.
If any.
If any.
Not many.
How many dudes you know roll like this? How many dudes you know roll like this? How many dudes you know flow like this? Not many. If any.
How's he
How many
from-
dudes you know?
He's from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Does that blow your mind?
More like tribe. Aren't they pretty tribal over there?
More like Hyde.
More like hive.
Gry.
What's up with everyone having sex with sheep in New Zealand? It's because the women are very sheep-like, or?
I swear to God, I just thought it was my hairy wife.
I could couldn't tell, darling. I promise. I promise. I don't know the difference.
How could I stay mad at you with an accent like that?
I know. That's why they could get away with. These villains can get away with murder. They're literally just like having sex with a sheep. It's like, darling, what you doing? I'm doing nothing. I'm just with the sheep here. Do you know what I mean? I'm just helping the sheep out.
I'm just trying to help the sheep.
I'm just trying to help the sheep out. That's all. He's like, oh, how can I see mad at that accent? It's so cute. Sounds like you're some sort of funny, fluffy animal.
I have to tell you something, my wife. I want to sleep with a sheep.
I have to tell you something. I'm about to go shoot up a mosque full of Muslims.
Oh, how could I stay mad at you for doing a joke we did last week?
I don't care. Darling, what's the deal with furry porn, Michael Jackson? It's all pretty weird stuff, isn't it? It's all pretty weird stuff, isn't it? We should probably talk about that.
But why is this? Why are people getting mad at Lil Nas X? Do you know? Do you know about this? Have you seen people blowing up?
More like...
Just tell me the answer. Do you have the answer or not? Homophobes. Oh, the whole idea is gay people will be sent to hell, and then he's in hell having the best time.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Hell's not good. You're not kissing people in hell. And he's not wrong. He's a man of God. He knows where he's going to be ending up.
This is crazy, like the platform this is given. Like, this is going to awaken some things.
Oh, straight up. I find it attractive. I'm like... I know. Anyway. Put Scribe on now. Quick, put Scribe on. Put Scribe on. Peace out, man. Peace out. Put Scribe on right now, please. Scribe on. I'm starting to get ideas.
Wait, what about Scribe with this video?
Anyone listening, put on the song. Yeah. Okay, put on Scribe, not many, and then we're watching the Lil Nas X Montero music video. Oh, thank goodness. It's kind of evening me out.
Oh, wow, he really is. He's just doing lots of gay stuff with like weird alien things.
I'm listening to Scribe. Yeah.
This is...
Which one do?
This is nuts.
The music video.
Like, who else has done anything like this?
Ooh, true. Be it like overtly gay. How many... Let's keep having Scribe answer our questions for the rest of the episode. How many people do you think have done a music video like this? Scribe? How many people... How many people are kind of adopting some principles after adopting some kind of fundamental changes in their sexuality after watching that Lil Nas X video?
I think that's great that that's out there.
That there's out there kind of corrupting the youth.
Yeah.
You do get the debate of like, is it too much? Is it corrupting the youth?
No, but there's WAP. This is done...
But I feel both are corrupting the youth,
This is done a lot more tastefully than
oh, that's
than a
true.
WAP.
Oh, that's true. It is, isn't it?
But maybe that's just because I'm...
Because I don't
homosexual.
find... Yeah. I'm like, why are those women being so disgusting?
But this isn't even like disgusting, is it? This is very like tasteful and arty and like...
Very arty and very
tasteful. The production
tasteful.
on this is...
He looks pretty good. He looks pretty beautiful. He looks pretty like handsome, our boy.
The production on this is great. I prefer amateur, but this is pretty good too.
Yeah. Like, look at he's a handsome boy.
How long do you think it would take for you to
ejaculate?
To bust to this?
Not long. Not long, and especially when he's like bring his legs out like that. I think we're just gonna straight up watch this music video for the rest of the episode. It's doing something.
So he broke Satan's neck after seducing him, and now he's wearing his crown. He grew some wings. So what? Now he's the god of devil.
Oh, true. So that's what happens. You're kind of seducing. The devil is meant to be like a flip for like Christian belief systems. And he's breaking their neck, and then we're all going to be gay.
Yeah, I was reading this thing on the Bible actually, like on the Old Testament. I was telling you earlier, yeah. Right. And
first I've heard of this.
Gotta keep it new. Gotta keep it fresh. People can't know we talk outside of it. they were talking about how there was, I forget the word, but it was like these people that kind of like revised the Bible and edited along the way. And a lot of the stuff they spoke about Satan, they added in there in place of earlier translations where they had God doing bad shit or they had Abraham doing bad shit.
Yeah.
And just swapped it out for the devil made him do X, Y, Z. No, not Abraham.
Also, it was
Moses
people
that wrote the Bible.
No, that were.
Yes, it was.
Moses.
So Moses.
Oh, like people were doing bad things, and like
it would be like
Abraham
God
was doing bad things, and was like,
Yeah,
it wasn't Abraham, it was the devil.
It fell out of line with the narrative. God was like, you have to do X, Y, Z, or else your people won't get any water.
It's like, I'm XYZ. Hello, you have to do me. I'm sorry. You people, you want water? You have to do me. Imagine if there was straight up some guy called XYZ who everyone had to have sex with before things could get done. That would be a really, really good kind of like stage name as well. XYZ.
XYZ.
He says, his butthole spread open. Before you want to do anything, you got to do XYZ.
I know you really want to do this job.
I really hope Lil Nas X is XYZ.
What's an example of the XYZ thing?
Oh yeah, so I had to do like XYZ, and then I head off.
That's not a very good example.
So I was going to the shops. I had to pick up. I was picking up my kids later. I had to get the shops. Then I had to do XYZ. Then I had to pick up my kids. It's like, Dad, why are you sweating so much? And it's like, he's a tough lay,
You're gonna
boys.
have to do XYZ one day.
You're gonna have to do him too. It's not easy. So Moses had to have sex with a man called XYZ.
I had to run some errands today.
Okay.
Who's Aaron?
And you just have to literally like coach like multiple women called Aaron into running fast. I had to run some errands. Yeah, you had to run some errands. So there was 4 women called Aaron you have to meet at a park. And you have to take them through like an athletic session. Wouldn't that be the funniest thing on earth? Like, let's say you're meant to be meeting friends or something at the beach.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I just got to run some errands first. They're on their way driving to the beach. They see you with 4 women in the park. And you've got like a whistle with like a coach's uniform on. And you take them through like athletics drills.
I was picturing like Erin's on your back and you had to like run her somewhere. You had to run her to like XYZ's house or something.
I had to run some errands. I had a lot going on.
I had a big workload. I would have got around to it, but I had a big workload.
I had a big workload.
It took me ages to clean up the toilet bowl.
Oh yeah,
My desk.
Yeah, workload. I get it. What are some other phrases people always use? Or it's like, what's his name? Or it could be like, I had to.
No, your AirPods are working.
No, the podcast is still on. You're still there.
How many dudes you know flow like this?
Can we put on some Scribe again? I think he'll probably know an answer. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no, I closed him.
Scribe. No. Come on. Put him back on. Come on, Scribe. We need a remix. Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. The remix is pretty fast, isn't it? How many dudes you know feel like this? How many dudes you know fall like this? Not money, it's sunny. How many dudes you know fall like this? In money, ain't funny, not meaning.
Dudes you know flow like this. How many
I
dudes
see,
you know?
in the remix, I see 5 dudes flowing exactly the same. I really think there's something going on there. I think he may need to retitle the song.
How many dudes you know flow like this?
There's 5 men in this remix.
When
who
did
are
this
flowing just like this?
When did this song come out?
2005.
2005.
Yeah, 05. The remix may have come out a little bit later. New Zealand Hip Hop, episode 5.
I don't know anyone that flows like that, to be honest.
Scribe.
How many dudes you know flow like this? what about you go to the bathroom and you've just got like a stuttery kind of
really
stream.
strange flow. It's like really aggressive. Then
how many dudes you know flow like this?
So yeah, dude, not many at all. I really, if any, because that's looks extremely unhealthy.
When I played that show on the weekend, I went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And there was a guy like at the trough as he finished up. I was like stepping up to the plate. He kind of walked away. And he was like, that was a really good set, man, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, thanks, man. And then he went and opened the door.
Yeah.
But I wasn't even done pissing yet. And he was holding the door open, waiting for me to, like, kind of come out.
That's such a great moment.
And then, you know, like, bathrooms have... He didn't have anything else to say. He complimented me. I was like, thanks so much, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, no worries, man. Kind of, like, waited. On the inside with the door pulled towards him.
He knew you were stepping up to the trough.
But it was like a doubled... Well, I was midstream.
You were streaming.
He was waiting for me to drop.
He was talking to you while you were streaming.
But the thing, there was like...
You were streaming and he was talking to you. Said great set while you were mid-stream.
Yeah. But that's not even the worst thing. He just held the door open.
Yeah.
And then you know how like in public bathrooms, how sometimes they've got the double door? They've got like the little intermediate section.
Oh, yes.
So held that one. I was thinking as this happened... Because I'm like, the reason they have that is so it's not just one door and then you can look straight in and see someone right at the trough.
See someone's, yeah.
Dude was holding the door wide open and then someone came in through the next door.
Yeah.
And there was just people on the other side of it. So because of this guy's compliment and his desire to wait and hold the door open for me.
Yeah.
There was like 10 people outside that just saw me midstream.
Wow, he's got a good flow on stage and in the bathroom.
Every time I go to that bathroom at a specific pub,
yeah,
some crazy always happens.
Oh, is this the same one where the ice junkie, whatever?
Oh, what was that? I don't know that one.
That you got to fight with the alleyway. Oh, it's just Kelly's.
Yeah.
Kelly's on King.
Wait, in a fight within the alleyway. I don't remember that.
Oh, really? I think you talked about it in one of the episodes. Oh, it was a guy on ice looking for your lighter.
Oh,
yeah,
no, that was
a different
That was
pub.
just like out on the street.
Yeah. But I'm more trying to figure out like the etiquette when it comes to urinating etiquette. I don't
you
feel
can talk when someone's urinating.
What if they're heavy into the stream and they're at a place where it's like, I don't know how much splash that back there's going to be. I'm trying to kind of assess the situation.
So you need to put all your thought into like controlling your
As
stream.
soon as you get the stream started, again, if someone's talking to you again before the stream starts,
It's like you go to the doctor's office and have to take a whiz there.
yeah.
And they're like, look, doc, is this normal? Do you know anyone with a flow like this?
So very funny, Scribe. We actually have to. You actually may.
We actually have
to.
a lot of sick patients here that we could be helping Scribe.
Scribe. Scribe. I've done it again. He just goes to different.
How many
doctors'
dudes do you know have sex with sheep? Not many. I can't even really think of another song that falls within that same category, like that place in my heart.
What, the Not Many song?
Yeah.
You've got Jimmy Ricard.
Yeah, you got your Jimmy Ricards.
You got your Jimmy
and
Ricards.
you got your
Jimmy.
You got your Not Manys.
You got your Not Manys. You got your... What was that, Draft?
You know, actually... Oh, you know, 50 Cent says, like, many men wish death upon me.
Yeah.
And then he says, not many men... How many
wish?
What I want to know is, why are these rappers talking about men?
That's an awful amount of men to wish death upon you. Usually that's only after you've done something wrong to them sexually. If many men want to kill you, wish death
So
upon
what you're
you.
implying is...
50 Cent's a homosexual.
Lil Nas X?
Lil Nas X. Many men wish death. Who's deaf? Oh, so they wish death. They wish like 50 Cent would become deaf. He would lose his sense of hearing. Scribe. wants to know how many people flow like him. And in the remix, there's 5 different men. Oh, but anyway.
Anyway,
back into the Bible.
what are you talking about? The Bible?
The
Oh.
Ten Commandments.
Oh,
What if
yeah,
there
yeah.
was
The Ten
what if there was like
Commandments
straight up a commandment that got left out?
thing. The original ones, they're in the Bible now. They're in the Torah.
Yeah.
But it's crazy.
Like, don't talk to the taxi. Don't, as a taxi driver, talk to someone who just gets in your cab.
Talk to them.
Don't, as a cashier, just check her out. Don't talk to the people who are checking out their groceries. I feel we should have a new 10 Commandments.
All right. Well, let's look at these.
Let's look at what the 10 Commandments are.
All right.
The 10 Commandments.
No, these are the weird ones. I'm looking for the weirdos.
Oh, you're looking for the 10 Commandments.
I am thy Lord God.
Oh, here we go. We're looking up the 10 Commandments now. Okay, what have you got? I am thy Lord God. Where is it? The original 10 Commandments kept.
No, but straight up. So I was listening to like that lecture. They were talking about like the original 10 Commandments and how they're like written different ways.
Yeah.
But the first one's like thy will, like
Thy will.
do this. It's like all to do with. None of it is to do with being good to one another. It's just like about like sacrificing a goat on Monday and then sacrificing.
Oh, this
like
is the original 10 Commandments.
Well, it's the first one chronologically.
Yeah.
In the Torah.
Brad's not getting his tractor back. Sorry, I wrote it in the Commandments. That's number 3. Brad's not getting his tractor back. And then Brad's like, yeah, that's a little bit personal. This is meant to be the commandments for all of humanity, and I'm just not going to get my tractor back. You said you were going to return it 2 weeks ago. And now you're talking about, I'm your neighbor. Like, I don't even know what you're using it for. I need to mow my lawn.
If you don't stop asking questions, I'm going to assemble everyone, and I'm going to make a big deal out of this.
How about no Brads allowed in the city anymore? I could change it to that. Is that you like that one more, Brad?
How about Brad's wife?
That's to show her a nice little pad. Uncle Moses here. How about Uncle Moses gets a taste? You look at the initial 10 Commandments and they're just about Brad. No, I can keep going, Brad. All it says you're not getting your lawnmower back. But now all Brads are gotta make dinner for Moses's.
All right, here we go. I got him.
Would you want to do that to be petty?
Yeah.
Literally, if you were writing the 10 Commandments, do something extremely petty just to get at your neighbor or something like that. I think there's something kind of...
If I wrote the 10 Commandments, what would it be? All right, here we go.
Imagine that's what Moses really looked like. We're looking like a video. I don't think anyone would respect him.
If Moses looked like that guy?
Oh, he technically does. He's just a guy with long hair and glasses.
Here we go. These are the original 10 Commandments. Well, I keep saying original. They're the like chronologically earlier one.
Jackson rocks. I don't know why it says that.
Jackson rocks. Thou shalt listen to Scribe. Thou shalt not get gay feelings when listen to Lil Nas X, and even if you do, it doesn't mean that you are gay. It's like, Yahweh passed in front of him and called.
No one flows like Scribe.
For you shall not bow to another god, because Yahweh, his name is jealous. He is a jealous God. You shall not make molten gods for yourself. You shall not observe the festival of unleavened bread. The first birth of every womb is mine. 6 days you shall work, and in the 7th day you shall cease. You shall make a festival of weeks and the first fruits of the wheat harvest and the festival of gathering.
What's going on? These are pretty basic dudes. They're going to festivals all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
How many times they
Thou
want to
shall
mention
hack. Is that what it's called? Like this dance?
hack. I like hack it. Yeah, I like that. Thou shalt hack.
It's our favorite dance.
It's our favorite dance. We listen to that when we do that when we listen to Scribe.
You shall not offer the blood of my sacrifice on leavened bread. Keep talking about bread and festivals.
I know.
The sacrifice of the festival is Passover shall not remain until morning.
It's like we get it. You like party drugs.
You shall
like
bring-
EDM music. We get it.
You shall bring the first fruits of your land to the house of Yahweh your God. You shall not cook your kids in its mother's milk. This dude in the lecture said like they're talking about goats, baby goats as kids, not children.
Ah.
But still, it doesn't make much fucking sense.
What about J. Cole then?
What did he do? Oh, they cooked him. in
I
his
said,
mother's
what about J. Cole then? Huh? How are you meant to cook him? I hope he's cooking up some of us. Because it's been a while since he cooked up some of us. But I may disobey one of these 10 commandments and cook him up. Jed. What's this?
So number 7 is, do not offer the blood of my sacrifice on leavened bread. And then in another point in Exodus, in the 10 Commandments, it is, do not commit adultery.
Having sexodus.
That's the equivalent. Leavened bread, do not commit adultery. Or you have, number 6 is observe the festival of weeks, the festival of the first fruit, and the festival of the gathering.
Oh, wow. Who's this one?
And then the next one is, number 6 on the other one is, do not murder. Someone just really took creative liberty. And it was just like, I don't really care about festivals that much, but maybe we should not kill each other.
Women should cover up. Women should cover up when they're out in public.
What about the guy that did that first 10 commandments that was just like a massive pillhead?
He's scared of talking about festivals.
And they just gave him all the power
Non-stop.
in the world. Like, you write the 10 commandments. This is God's
He
word.
just keeps. He talks about festivals for the entire 10.
First one, maybe we can talk about, like, do this at festivals. Maybe number 2, we can do this at festivals. Number 3.
Maybe
we can
don't do this at festivals unless you got 2 other mates with you.
Look, all right. I don't
Personally, I've had some bad experiences with it, but I'd probably write, don't try that at festivals.
I don't want to tell you
okay?
what to do at festivals or like what not to include, but don't do this at festivals. They get to number 10 and he's just like, I don't know, don't cook a baby goat in its mother's milk.
Actually,
They're
no,
all
that's a
just-
bit much. Maybe don't go. You have to be at a festival with 2 others. They have to be with you there. Like, you have to be raging together. Don't get too close to the speakers. Yeah, that's basically the 10 Commandments.
There was also like an expression in the Bible. It was to know, which was a euphemism for like they had sex.
All right.
So like if they were to know each other or something like that.
Oh, to know each other.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I want to start using that term.
And I'm thinking about how many people I know, and I feel like I've got to start apologizing.
Like, I know a lot of kids, man. I don't know what that means. But according to the Bible, it ain't good.
But let's just say I've had sex with them.
Oh, wait, that's what it meant? All right, then.
What else is I looking at? Oh yeah, like Muhammad, like getting a bunch of, like Muhammad the Prophet, getting a bunch of. So he had,
what other Muhammad could you be mentioning?
he had like a, what's it called, like a concubine, I guess.
Yeah.
Is what you call it. And the youngest one was like young, and it was like his best friend's daughter.
Muhammad, what's he like, humming all the time or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a concubine. His best friend's daughter was in it.
Yeah.
Right.
But it also I was reading this book and it said like the reason for polyamory.
He's like, Abdul, I know you're not going to have a problem with this, I hope. I know you're not going to have a problem with me being with your daughter. It's me, Muhammad. It's Moe.
Let's just say I know her.
What, do we listen to some Scribe together?
We watched a little Nas X
Nas
video.
X
Things got
video
weird.
is, what you want me to do? It brought things out of me.
Actually,
my friend.
I'm pretty sure like this is a massive sin. We're impersonating. No, what is it? What was it saying? Yeah, he had like that concubine. Oh yeah, and the reason that they had this book that I was reading, it said polyamory was common in Arabia. So that there would be, because people die all the time. So you just like, if your husband dies and you're kind of cooked.
Oh, yeah, straight up.
So then they were like, all right, well, let's all have like just multiple wives. That ought to fix the problem.
Yeah.
And then it's like, no, if that guy dies, then there's going to be 7 women without a husband. And they're like, all right, let's pull these women out of school so they can't work that out. Is that the angle?
The guys
Not
are
very
just
good
straight up
logic.
at festivals all the time and can't really like think straight. But you're just coming up with
Maybe-
all these ideas, like, and you're straight up just at a festival. It's just loud music, and it's like, yeah, we got to figure this out. I know. If I die, I get another wife or something like that. Okay, let's just, yeah. Come on, man. Like Avicii's coming on. He's gonna die soon. I want to listen to it. Seriously. It's just, it feels like all this stuff was like so rushed and so done in such haste. So what's the idea? If you die, if one of your wife dies, you'll have another one.
Yeah, but they're talking about the men dying. Well, what I was reading was talking about the men dying. I guess it makes sense from the woman's point of view. If that woman dies during childbirth or something, which is likely to happen,
Which would happen all the time.
then, you know, at least you've got another 6
I like that.
to try from.
Another 6 is in turn of like a 6 that's also going to give birth. You can marry.
I don't think...
Imagine if they were like 6 wives. It meant just like a 6. Like your wife was a 6. Do you know what I mean? Like you've got your wife and you got like a...
I'm polyamorous.
I
What do
know
you
she's a 6. I've got a 6 waiting for me in case anything happens. Well, you got 6 wives? Well, I can't hear you. I'm in a fest. I can't hear you. It's loud. Avicii's on. What? You got 6? You got 6 wives? No, she's a 6. Okay, I'll say you got 6 wives. All this stuff, just literally everything in the Quran, everything in the Bible, all was like a misunderstanding because they're all at a festival when writing this stuff.
It's crazy how many people have rewritten it, except for the Quran,
Right.
which I believe is a little bit more intact. They didn't need to keep rewriting it, but there was like, something like 70 original Jewish documents
Right.
that were all sacred texts that were like around way back, like in the 1600s BCE.
Oh,
Something like that.
1660. Wait, 60 different texts.
Wait, 1,600.
And they had
B-
60 different
BCE.
texts. Yeah, 1300 BC. Before
1,000. Before.
Can't even. I can't even.
Moses. More like blowses.
My brain just won't work.
He's just always
I've
blowing
been at a
his load.
festival basically, and that's why I'm having issues with this. But they had 60 different texts.
Yeah, there was like 60. There was like so many different books, different like religious teachings and whatever that they lost in like crusades and shit like that.
Yep.
So it's just whittled down to like this little thing.
That'd be wild if you like found one of those old books.
We watched a documentary recently called, what was it, like Scandal in the Mormons or something like that. It was this thing. It was a Netflix documentary,
Scandal in the Mormons.
and it was something like that,
Mormons have just been watching Scandal,
or
the
like
TV show.
murder in the Mormons or something like that.
Kerry Washington's Scandal.
So
they're
there
really
was
obsessed with it.
there was a guy.
Jebediah, she's such a strong, powerful black woman. Something, Hebediah.
There was
Folks, I drove up from Queensland yesterday. I'm still getting my head around.
what was it?
Oh
Yeah, Murder in the Mormons or something. There was like a book that this guy found.
Yeah.
He was like a researcher of like early Mormon documents and stuff.
Would they have like more Mormon wood in the morning? Oh, I've got a case of the old Mormon wood.
Time to make a child or do nothing. But yeah, he found this early document, sold it to the church, and then he began to find more and more and more. Kept selling them to the church.
He's got Mormon wood. He can't find his wife because she's watching Scandal. He sees the Lil Nas X video pop up. And he finds his best male friend. And he's like, well, we got to do what we got to do. Anyway.
Oh, what's this thing? Yeah, so then, yeah, he's like printing off all these documents. Or like finding the documents, sorry. He's finding all these old things that like change the way the Mormon church views religion and everything.
Yeah.
A shit that will disturb the system. And he's selling them for a bunch of money. And then it turns out that he had been printing all those documents for years and years and years, right? And there were people that were catching on to him that were like his associates. So he planted bombs at their office and at their front door.
What was this guy's goal? He's trying to like disrupt the Mormon church.
His goal was to make a bunch of money, but then he found the power in that, and like people would just believe anything that he came up with. So he could just rewrite it. And then they'd have the best certifiers in the world and be like, this is real.
Wow. So we found like and I guess Mormons being kind of a little bit naive and kind of willing to kind of listen
Have faith in something.
Yeah.
It's almost the ultimate hustle. But yeah, he was making like millions of dollars. And then yeah, he
making up all these transcripts himself.
Yeah,
and
in his
selling
basement.
it to the really.
And then he killed this one guy, like blew him up and killed him, and then placed another bomb at another guy's house.
Yeah.
And then he had one in his car that short fused and blew up on him. And he was like in a critical condition and whatever, but that kind of just strengthened his case.
Yeah.
And then the FBI were onto him. They hired these people and it took them like 6 months to end up finding, what would you say, fallacies in his work. But the other thing was the documents that he sold to the Mormon church in the States would not give up those documents because they were like so sacred.
Yeah.
So they had to go off the other ones that they had found of him, the other documents that he had made. And yeah, it took them like 6 months or something. And they were like, finally, we got it. Because their angle was, we have to keep going until we find an inconsistency. Going from the angle of like, we're trying to prove this guy wrong, not right, you know?
Like you're literally like going through Scribe's discography and you're trying to find like areas where he's flowing pretty average. Therefore being like, well, if he says not many dudes flow like this, he's does this flow here, which is also done by this other rapper, Draft. So therefore, it means that it is untrue. Oh, actually, no, he's still got a point. Damn, we haven't got him yet. He's a not many.
Yeah, he's not saying...
He's not saying no one.
I guess it comes down to semantics. What's many?
What's many mean? Many men wish death upon 50 Cent.
But anyway, this guy, so he's fine when the bomb goes off. They take them ages. They find out that he's like pulling a dodgy, and then he goes to jail like for life after that. And the whole thing's crazy because he just made these documents in his house, and they looked perfect. Everyone fell for them. He made millions of dollars, and he just kept pushing it. So he could have just sold those ones to the church. They never would have let it out. He could have altered that forever.
Yeah.
But the whole time...
Changing like fundamental religious beliefs. Just some guy.
Yeah. He was raised as a Mormon too. This guy who was raised in like Salt Lake City or something like that, Ohio. Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And crazy. Crazy how someone could do that.
And I guess it's probably going to be more easy to do, like, as life goes on. Do you know what I mean? And technology gets better and better. So I think it's a pretty good scam to
Or
pull.
like even deepfake.
Deep fakes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You like have your deep fake of Scribe being like, I'm just being true. There's actually a lot of people that can flirt like me. I'm not the only one.
You know, I was just thinking everyone else that sings along to that song,
Yeah.
there's probably a few people that can flow like that.
It's not that tricky to flow like Scribe.
But even though he's lying straight to my face, it's
Mm.
still like a good song. You know what I mean?
But it's a fallacy
Why is it a fallacy?
because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's lying.
yeah,
Like not many can,
not many.
but then a bunch can clearly.
Yes, but then I guess you also like the song still.
Yeah.
What's a scam we could pull nowadays? What's a really solid one
I don't know.
on
we
a
could,
church
like,
to
beat
kind of
up
get
an
a
old person?
to get a little bit of money in? Beat up an old person.
But what's the scam?
What's the scam? Ow!
Uh,
You're going down, old man. But a nice scam we can kind of pull to kind of get a lot out of a church.
That's a good one.
How about we say we were raped by a priest?
We could go to a festival and write some new commandments.
Be a tricky one, I guess. I wonder when the last time was people found kind of these old documents kind of in like sand or something like that, of been digging for it and came across one of these old books.
Yeah.
But I guess it was such a long time ago that they would all like be broken down so much you could barely even keep a hold of it. Because I'm sure if you like go to the Middle East or any of these areas and just go in like the middle of the desert and just start digging randomly, there is a real chance you could come across something. Do you know what I mean? Like the chances are that something could have been buried.
Yeah.
Or if you do find a cave and then find... I just wonder when the last big discovery was.
That's a good question.
Yeah. And if you could try to kind of work with that whole thing and be like, I found this thing in the middle of the desert.
All you'd have to do is like just be a prophet of monotheistic God.
Yeah.
It's just like you had like the Jewish teachings. Then you just had Jesus who came along and was like, no, I am the son of this God that we all believe in already. And then you had Muhammad come along and be like, Jesus was an earlier prophet, but these are actually the rules. God has spoken to me again.
Yeah.
So now we have to be like, no, God's spoken to me again.
I think we need more prophets. That's what we're kind of missing.
I'm straight up capitalist, bro. Always thinking about them profits.
I'm always thinking about the prophets, boy. You know, I let them prophets in my bank account.
How do we actually become a prophet?
How do
I think you could. I think like almost...
You have to have
Like-
a lot of influence. You have to be an influential person. You have to have a lot of good ideas. A lot of people would say, a lot of people like as a prophet.
In that like Islam book that I was reading,
Mm.
they were like talking about how Muhammad was able to do that because it was just a perfect time. Like Arabia was just split. Everyone was warring.
Ah.
And there was like the Jews and the Christians also in Arabia, and they were quite oppressive to these people who were like pagans or believed in like a plethora of gods.
Mm.
And just that unification of believing in that one God and one purpose.
Yeah.
And then the other great thing that he did was accepting Jews and Christians and being
Yeah.
like, no, we must accept people who are like old, like believe in the old iterations.
Yeah, they're just backwards. We still have to let them do their thing, though.
We have to let them do their thing.
Gotta let them do their thing. They're old-fashioned. They're backwards, but
We just can't.
we just can't let
We
them.
just can't trust.
I just want them to look at my wife. That's all.
Oh, there was something about that as well that I learned. It doesn't mention in the Quran that
I know she is 6, but you're not gonna see that. That's only for me.
you just have to use your imagination.
Imagination. She's not bad. 6 is all right as well.
That's 3 6-year-olds stacked on top of each other. You ain't even know.
You're into it.
Wife is a 6.
What was it? Oh, it says that the prophet's wives shall be covered up. It doesn't say that anyone else has to be. People
Some
just-
guy literally just covers up his wife, and he's like, "Oh, is that true?"
He's the prophet.
I guess that makes me a prophet. I guess that makes me a prophet.
All right, so that's the first thing we need to do to become prophets is we need to cover up our wives. What else have they got going on?
That's great. I love that you really get into all this history stuff as well.
Yeah, it's very
That's-
interesting.
Yeah.
It's
So that's
super
the thing.
spacey though.
Only prophets cover up their wives. I like that a lot.
Only prophets cover up their wives.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if that is the case. That was like the early kind of iteration, and then like books came after that with the what do you call them? There was like
And it's
four-
like, okay, I see a lot of you have been reading the whole prophets cover up their wives thing. We can't all be prophets. So we're going to have to make some changes there. Sorry to all that have kind of started covering up their wives, but it's only for a select few. We can't all be prophets.
please, prophet, my wife is albino.
Sorry, take it off.
Either that, it's like the prophet, all the prophets' wives are covered up,
Yeah.
and then it's just everyone covered up, and they're like, "Look at all my wives."
It's just for him.
I don't remember having this many wives.
Oh, there she is again. And again, I did pretty good. I guess I did pretty good myself. It's literally wrote it just for him to kind of look at all these women and be like, he goes to touch them. He's like, yeah, go away. What?
If they have a vagina, they are my wife.
Oh man, that's great. So if you and then they changed that, so everyone kind of started covering up their wives because they thought they were going to be a prophet. What are some other things we could do to be prophets?
All right, what else? What else do you do? Accepting the religions before. That was another big thing that, like, won in popularity.
Accepting what? Accepting religions.
Accepting the religions that came prior.
Ah, okay.
Whereas, like, pagan religions were fighting against the monotheistic people.
Yeah.
Like tribes,
Mm.
I guess you would call it. So that's another thing. Somehow we just need to work maybe, like, Eastern kind of religion in there, like Buddhism and Hinduism.
And we respect that.
Yeah, I don't know how we're going to pull that off.
Yeah, because I'm not going to worship an obese man. Sorry, I'm not going to worship you. You're dying. Sorry, you're dying. I'm sorry to be a bit harsh, but you're dying. I'm not going to worship a man who's dying. I know it comes across as being fat phobic, but you're dying. I'm sorry. I'm not going to worship a dying man. Imagine if Buddha was just like straight up fat shamed.
I read a thing on like Buddha was fat shamed.
Straight up. He's like, you know, this is only going to make me eat more if you keep fat shaming me. That's such a thing, like, as well, people.
Give up your earthly possessions, especially your food. I'll see to it that they're disposed of. Sorry,
like, yep,
Buddha,
oh.
why are you winking at me? I was just saying that.
Oh, no, I'm not winking.
I'm having a stroke.
Who brought me all this fried chicken? What even is this? I didn't even know we had this. That'd be great being Buddha. It'd be like, yeah, all your food, sorry.
Imagine just assembling a bunch. Oh, but that was only that Buddha. Buddha's like a title too. Do you know?
Really?
Yeah, it's not like the one.
There's not one dude called Buddha who's really fat.
No,
There's
there's a bunch of
multiple.
guys.
There's a bunch of
called
fat
Buddha
guys.
and they're really
Well,
fat.
I guess I must be Buddha then.
A lot of Buddhas live in basements, writing.
Watching Lil Nas X videos.
I was just thinking as well, probably in Hinduism, there was some guy who said, like, he was trying to draw his penis. He's like, no, it's like an elephant down there. He's like, really? He's like, no, seriously, look, this is what it looks like. He just draws like a elephant with a whole bunch of arms. He's like, that's how my penis looks. Really? Yeah.
That's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I'm
Vishnu.
I'm keen to look into like Hinduism. It's crazy,
Yeah.
like having all those gods and how they all kind of survived over this time. You know.
That's true, and they're still around. What about Winduism? It's like Mace Windu from Star Wars.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh yes, speaking about like fat shaming and whatever. I follow like this page on Instagram. It's like feminist something.
Yeah.
like some very interesting takes.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's like, no, sorry, Buddha was not dying. He was just, he was a healthy man. He actually had a really good diet. And sorry, excess body fat does not mean someone is unhealthy.
what? Well, that's
It actually was
that's
healthy.
what this post was saying. It was about like fat shaming.
Yeah.
But
Look where Buddha got. Huh?
it
You
was
say
sa-
fat people can't do stuff. Look at Buddha. Look
was
at
sa-
him.
it
And
was
everyone's
saying-
like, the Buddha is just it's a term. It's not a person. It's like, oh, you're saying he's not a person now. You're trying to take away his person. You're trying to dehumanize him because he's a little overweight. Is that what you're trying to do now?
if he's not a person, then how does he have all those wives?
Wrong dude, man.
Yeah, and it was this post, and it was talking about like the different ways like people that are like heavier set, how they're discriminated against.
Yeah.
And it was like talking about, well, it said, I mean, yeah, it was very broad, the different reasons that they gave. One was like comedians, like making fat phobic
right.
jokes and whatever. But there was one that was
Like,
like,
yeah, they are very broad. They are very broad. There's a lot going on. They're very wide. Broad means wide. So technically, they are
it's
very
talking
broad.
about like women, or like people, I guess. It was just talking about people, but like going to the doctor and saying like, I have this problem, and they're like, oh, just lose some weight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's like, oh no, my problem is that I have like bone cancer.
Yeah.
Or
It's
something.
like, doctor, seriously, I've been shot. It's like it's... Well, how about you lose a few kilos and then you
Lose a
see
few
me?
kilos. If that was a thinner person, they probably could have dodged that.
Doctor, I'm being... I don't even know.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Not being able to be treated by a doctor because you're overweight. I know it's a really big thing in kind of Chinese medicine as well. If you go to like a lot of Chinese doctors, they'll just be like, no, I'm not going to see you till you lose weight. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I'm not here to see Buddha. I'm here to see a healthy person. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's stuff you can do. Like, I don't need to get involved into... There's stuff you can do to help yourself.
You know that actually Dr. Buddha is like a broad term meaning. Yeah, you are broad. And someone brought in my next patient. Yeah.
Oh, man.
What else?
Buddha's a big boy. Buddha's a real big boy. What are some other religions out there? I'm trying to think of the forgotten ones.
Is Sikhism like a sect of Hinduism? Do you know?
Oh, I think it is. Where it's like, they're just Tony Hawk.
That's pretty much it. That's the big five.
That is the big five. What's up with Sikhs? Why they got to wear those? Why they got to wear those silly hats?
I don't know the hats.
Why they got to wear those silly hats? Huh? Like, we get it. You're trying to look like 50 Cent with a do-rag. And I'm just letting you know that is not a do-rag.
Is that the
What are you
hat?
looking at? Or Sikh hats. S-I-H. Oh, it's S-I-K-H. Sikh. It's not even a hat. It's like a scarf. Imagine you're just like, no, I want to be like 50 Cent and get rich or die trying. He's wearing a do-rag. And they just get it completely wrong. And you're just like, dude, that looks nothing like 50 Cent. And it's like, no, it does.
Wait, what's this? Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon always wears them as well.
explains Sikhism.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon's
like, do you know Sikhism
isn't he
was...
a black nationalist or
He's
something?
a black Israelite. He's like, do you know Sikhs were just trying to look like 50 Cent and get rich or die trying in the album cover where he was wearing a do-rag and they got it completely wrong.
I'm so confused. Is he a Sikh?
No, he's wearing it like for some weird reason. Again, he's very mixed up. Our boy Nick Cannon.
What's he go with him? Do you know?
I think he's got a lot of things going on. He's trying to like start something because I know. Do you know?
Maybe
like,
he could be our next prophet. Because like we,
Wow, then.
because we'd have to start from scratch. This guy's already got a platform.
He just gets roasted at every time he tries to speak. Like they keep on bringing up Mariah Carey. Oh, you
Nick's out
see?
there trying to put out fires.
Oh, Your Highness.
But I'm about to Chuck a burger on Mariah.
Oh, you looking all high, bro? I'm with Mariah and we in the bedroom. I'm making her do high notes.
It's like, okay, man, we gotta get to this.
No, I ain't done. I got that girl Mariah. She doing something strange to my ding dong. Okay, you playing hide and seek. I'm with Mariah, and she's playing hide on my D. I don't even know.
I had sex with Mariah. Listening to Lil Nas X. She looks like a Buddha. I need a little ass next.
Oh, you call yourself Nick Cannon?
We impersonated Muhammad earlier. I don't know if this episode can go out.
Especially now you're looking into all of the stuff. You're like, they seem to have an issue with this Muhammad guy when we impersonate him.
It's so funny doing one like this, and it's like
I had sex with Mariah Carey. Okay, we get it, Muhammad. We get it. No, really. She
She thinks
sorry about
the
not
people in the
being able to-
KKK were just wives of. Is that to go with that?
I've completely forgot the term now. What are they? Wives of
The prophet.
prophets? What do you mean? I'm Muhammad's wife. What you talking? I don't even know. Muhammad's a common name. We're not talking about the prophet. We're talking about a different Muhammad. I'm Abdul's wife. What you talking about?
I'm blowing some smoke rings with my vape. It's pretty sick.
Sick. It looks pretty
No
sick.
big deal.
No big deal.
It's one of the things that I do. I do pretty.
What we're just getting at with.
I'm talking. I do a few cool things.
We talking about Nick Cannon doing something. I completely forgot that train of thought.
Nick Cannon. Oh, talking about the Sikhs.
Oh, the Sikhs.
Oh yeah, being our new prophet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We
Who
just
else?
have to get behind him. But everyone keeps roasting him. I don't know. What? This is Black Israelite.
DJ, cut the beat.
Kendrick's kind of a Black Israelite.
I think they are all black Israelites.
What do you mean they all?
Usually, all these pretty militant. I think we've talked about this, but all those militant rappers usually have like belief systems that like cross over with black Israelite teachings.
Where did the Black Israelite thought come from?
I think it came from. Imagine this is some guy called Black. Yo, what's up? My name's Black. Yeah, I'm Israeli.
Where did it honestly come from though? Because you have.
I think it came from New York.
No, but you have the Jewish people who are the Israelites, and then they went to Africa? They went to Egypt and were imprisoned. And then
You've got.
I'm sorry, yeah.
You've got a guy called Hotep Jesus.
Who dat?
I'm gonna look up. It's the right guy. Dude called Hotep Jesus.
You hear what I'm saying though?
Yeah. No, and they go against history. It's Hotep Jesus, isn't it?
Oh, is that what they're actually saying?
No. What's his? The guy with the big eyes. Yeah. This is the dude. He's like, black people have always been in America. Like everything, it's all based around America as well. And it's like slavery wasn't a thing. Black people have come over here. We've been in America.
Are you being
We
for
had
real?
straight up. We had white people as slaves.
I don't think that's the truth. But I have no reason to believe
But
that.
that's
Actually,
the
we're
thing.
all just believing.
If you really look into it, he provides like a decent case. We can literally like after this as well. It's interesting like watch. Listen to some of his ideas, and he stares. He's got like a real stare, and it kind of makes it a little bit more believable because he keeps talking about how black people were here beforehand and.
Oh, he was on. Is this him on?
Welcome with Michael Malice. Oh yeah, he was on Rogan. Yeah,
He was on Rogies.
he was on Rogaruskis. He
But
has some
wait.
good ideas.
Is that? So he's saying like white people used to be slaves
Yeah, white people were slaves first, and
For
they
the-
there was a weird shift in power dynamics, and suddenly we became the slaves.
But if the black people are from America, then why Israel?
It's in that I think it's the idea of like Israel kind of being like the homeland. Black Israelites, I think they have like a homeland. I don't even think it's necessarily Israel. I
They
think
just borrowed the word.
it's more like we are the Israelis. We are the Israelites that were mentioned in the Bible. We are the chosen people. More as like not Israel specifically. And
But they're not talking about America in the Bible.
I know they kind of. I think this dude goes against the Bible. Oh, actually no. No, what does he do? It's very mixed and all over the place. But the idea is black people in America have always been here. They are the true chosen people.
Okay.
They have a right to Zion, their homeland. I don't know if that's also in Israel or where that is.
I think Zion.
But they got the wrong people. Like the modern Jewish person is just a Gentile. There is no such thing as Jewish people. They're all Gentiles. You got the wrong group. They don't exist. The Jewish people are the black people in America. We are the
Is
Jews.
this guy crazy?
It's half.
Like if you had to say, you'd be like, oh yeah, this guy doesn't really.
No, he sucks. He sucks you in enough. That's the thing. He honestly sucks you in enough. It's pretty fascinating. And again, it's funny. I remember my brother told me about it, and I was like, that sounds absolutely insane. And then I started watching it, and I was like, this guy's absolutely insane. And then I was like, he speaks with such conviction.
Yeah.
And he doesn't blink, which also helps.
Well, let's look into it. We got to wrap now anyway.
Yeah. We're gonna look into Hotep Jesus.
All right. Just one last thing I wanted to say. It's not that Muhammad. It's a different one. It's a guy.
It's that one. It's the one you like.
No.
It's the one you like.
No.
That's what we're talking about.
All right. Peace.
Peace.